Hi everybody, welcome to a tutorial on how to create and generate random numbers using a Java program. We have to realize that in Java we're actually getting a random number between 0 and 1. It's going to give us a decimal. So there's a number of things that we have to do to make sure that it works. The first thing that we're going to do up at the top is let's import the Java math class. So let's import that. We'll also import the scanner in case we need the scanner. Import java.util.scanner. What we're going to get to in a little bit is actually asking the user what range of random number they want. So up here, let's get my scanner. We're going to say scanner input equals new scanner bracket system.in. That's just setting up my scanner. I should probably comment that. So set up the scanner instance. Let's start looking at perhaps some variables that I want to have. I want to have an int upper and an int lower, and let's also get an int random number. Let's just call it num1. It'll be the first random number that we get. So to get a random number in Java, we actually have to use the math class. So let's have a look at what's happening here. We're going to explain how random numbers work, or explain how the random number command works. So num1, this is going to equal our random number. As I said earlier, it actually gets a number between 0 and 1, but we want to have an integer. We don't want to have a decimal. So what we're going to do is num1 equals, we're going to force it to be an int, so we're going to typecast it. And really what we need to do here is take our upper limit, we minus our lower, need an extra set of brackets in here. And then we're going to times it by math.random bracket, and we're going to add the lower limit to it. Now let me explain what's happening first. We need to also get the actual upper and lower limit. So that's what our formula is going to look like. Now let's actually get those figures. So upper, let's prompt the user. Prompt the user for the upper limit. System.out.print. Enter the upper limit. And here we can say upper equals input.next int bracket. So it's going to be the next integer that we have. And we're going to almost do the exact same thing here. Let me actually copy and paste this code because it's fairly close to what I want. Except now we want to do the lower limit. So please enter the lower limit. And in this case we will change upper here to lower, so it goes into the right variable. So this line here is going to pick a random number between our upper limit and our lower limit. So let's explain here what's going on now. We'll actually get a system out and we'll see if this is going to work. System.out.println the random number is, and we should be able to just do num1, and let's see if this is going to work for us. Process complete, that's good. Down here it's asking me for my upper limit. So let's say I want to pick a number between 10 and 1. So I've got 10 as my upper limit, 1 as my lower limit. I hit enter on this, my random number is 4. Now if I run it again, even if I use the same limits, I should get a different number, but I could get the same one. So what we're doing here is having my upper limit, which is 10, minus 1, which is my lower limit in this case. So I'm taking 9, timesing that by whatever my random number between 0 and 1 is, and I'm adding 1 to it. What some people might want to do, and this is the easy way to get a random number, is they might just say num1 equals, I still want to typecast it, and perhaps I'm just going to say, well, it's going to equal 10 times math dot random bracket bracket plus 1. And they'll find that they'll also get a random number. Now it's not going to be quite the same, so you have to really take a look and make sure you're getting all possible cases or all possible instances working. But that is how we could also do a random number. This one here, however, is much more correct. So we're taking the integers, so we're typecasting it. We are getting our upper limit and our lower limit, times it by the math random class, and adding our lower limit to it. I'm going to get rid of this easier way for a second. If I run my program again, the nice thing about doing it this way is I could say, well, give me a number between 100 as my upper limit and 50 as my lower limit. So I get an 87. And the nice thing is it'll always stay in that range. So it'll never get below 50 and never get above 100. So 100 and 50, and we're getting 95. We don't know how to do, or we haven't learned yet how to do looping, but if we were to be able to do looping, we can generate lots of numbers, and we can see that indeed it would be within our limits. That's how we can do random numbers. I'm hoping that this video has helped a little bit, and I'll see you in class.